Now, how is that actually work? How is that you estimate the law of demand? What is the numerical example? How is that you run a regression in law of demand? Now you extend it to the maximum level, starting from conceptualization and theory to a practical application. You prepare the notes and give it to your students. Why don't they read? Obviously they will read. And your intention should not be that training your students for a degree examination. You should be training your students to go for the competitive exams. Right? Any competitive exam, you are talking about national level competitive or any examination, the notes that you create and give, that will help the students to enrich in their career. You can do that. In this is wonderful things can be done. Then you are creating assignments. Multiple choice questions or any formative assessments. How many of you do formative assessments as a part of your teaching? Not from the, in the sense, as per the norm, but as an individual, with your interest, how many of you do formative assessments? Very good, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now do a formative assessments. See, why is that? How many of your children go for Chaitanya Narayana colleges for doing their intermediate? Chaitanya Narayana Resonance or any such corporate junior colleges. How many of your children actually studying in government junior college? 1. We are sending all our children to Narayana Chaitanya or any corporate junior college. Why? It is simple that they are rugged and they are rugged. Yeah, they keep on assessing their own notes. And today, Chaitanya Group, they embedded their own AI tool from which they are creating a content. They are creating a multiple choice questions. They are creating a CAT, IIT, JEE coaching programs, multiple choice questions. Everything that they are created using an AI tool. They have established a separate artificial intelligence company to design content for AI, preparing students for the examinations. So we have a free, why don't we do it? But as a faculty members, create all these things, give to the students, because tomorrow when they are going for competitive exams and all, multiple choice questions are the things that they are actually assessed on, not only your descriptive questions. Train them from now using AI. And building your new skills, you can do the first thing that you have to tell is, you give a command. Instruct, what is that you want the AI to do for you? That should be the first thing. Let us say you want to draw an image. Tell to AI that draw an image, or you want to create a short notes on a teaching. So you can say that create a teaching material, create a teaching note. So any request, or you want to know something about memorability or relevability, then you say that okay, let me know about relevability. So that's the first thing that you have to mention. That is a command which you are giving. Second is in AI you can assign AI a role play or a character. Now let us say, suppose somebody wants to learn mathematics, right? Who can be the best person to teach mathematics? The commerce faculty or a mathematics faculty? The mathematics faculty, obviously mathematics faculty. Now for when you are trying to get some solutions for mathematics, you assign a role to the AI. The first command is solve me this mathematical equation. Second is you tell that, assume that you are a mathematics faculty with a 30 years of teaching experience. Now what is the difference it is going to make is, from its repository of 70-80 trillions of a database, what AI will do is, it try to identify the faculty members or professors who are good at mathematics. And only from that set, it brings out the content. So it is saving a lot of time. Right? And when you are assigning it, saying that okay, this is a mathematics faculty member with 30 years of experience. Now again from entire lot, it identifies only those faculty members with the 30 years of a lot, and how they teach, accordingly, it will give you the answer. Now you experiment with, suppose you are a mathematics teacher teaching for a high school and solve this problem, and you also ask, assume that you are a mathematics teacher teaching for a primary school to solve this problem. You get two different answers. The output of AI gives you two different. In the sense, the 10th class standard output will be different. The primary school student standard will be different. So to get best from AI, you assign it a role or character actor. Then you also give a context. This is for which context? As I mentioned earlier, for this mathematical problem, who is your target audience? So suppose somebody is an MPC student is there, trying to calculate the permutations and combinations. And there is a CEC student who is trying to solve a permutation and combination. For these two, the teaching level can be different or the same. The mathematics student learning the concept of permutations and combinations. A commerce student learning permutations and combinations. So can your teaching should be the same or different? In which case it should be more advanced, in which case it should be less advanced. For commerce it should be less advanced. So you have to give that specificity here, that we call as a context. Saying that solve this mathematical equation or permutation and combination problem, keeping 10 plus 2 commerce student in mind. Then you get a different solution. Right? So context is one. Then is the theme. So you are writing something, then or stories, some notes material you are preparing, or anything, or emails you are writing. In such a case, you have to tell the theme or a style in which, in the sense, aggressive, commanding, or persuasive, pleasing, all those things you can put. Then next is the constraint. Constraints is, when you ask the AI for something, it gives you pages and pages of a content. But you are not interested in reading so much of content. You want to read only 100 words, 50 words, 30 words, or 40 words. You tell to the AI saying that, give me, define me, so and so. Suppose define me, explain me the law of a demand. Assuming that you are a professor of economics with 30 years of experience. I am teaching this for a BCom final year students, and define this in 50 words. Now exactly 50 words it will give you the definition. In exactly 50 words it will give you a definition. Now if you want to have a more, if you want to give a notes for your students, the same content is there. Underneath you can tell that give a detailed notes on this, side headings in a bullet point or a bold, and running text in a length of points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will give you a list. Or if you want to have a differentiation, like let us say you want to find out a differentiation between what you call as a law of marginal utility and a law of utility, then you can ask it, define these two things and give the output in a tabular form or a column form. In one side it will give you advantages, other side it will give you disadvantages or comparisons. So a kind of output you are expecting, you can instruct the AI. Then the structure, this is the formats of outputs, Excel sheet you want a document, you want to have images. So whenever you are trying to give any instruction to the AI, keep these things in mind. The order may be different, some order, some things may be before, something may be after, but see that every prompt that you give have these key, in the sense this framework in your command, so that your output will be as you decide. Now this is the framework. And these are the simple examples of prompt. I don't want to elaborate them. Like act like, which is a command saying that giving a role to the what you call as AI, analyze the workflows, step-by-step process. Ask before you answer, where you want to actually you are not sure that what is it you have to get from the AI. Then you ask it, let it give a clue and all, take from there. Then doing a calculations, column, compare, convert, define. These are all the multiple things that AI can do for you, right? And all these, as I said, commands, this should come first of your prompt, saying that if you want to calculate some numerical, so you start with calculate so and so. So this is the command that you are giving, first command. Or you have generate idea, writing a research paper, quoting a conference, something else. Generate an idea on conducting a conference on this particular theme, or so in a given area, it will generate. Or include. So these are the various steps. And very important is to outline the steps. Suppose the simple logic is if you put a plus b plus c whole square and ask it to solve, it will give you the answer. But as a student teacher, we want to teach the students how actually that derivation happens. Now you ask the AI saying that a plus b plus c whole square or whole cube, solve this and give me the step-by-step output. So it will give a first step, what is that you have to do, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Step by step it will give, take a printout and give to the student. So that whatever you write on the board, the same is there in the student's hand. Or any derivations, mathematical derivations or science, anything that is there, any AI output that you have or decisions, you can ask it to give, it's a step-by-step solution. I do is, instead of all the things, what you don't know, I teach those. Mistral is the one AI. How many of you know Mistral? None of you know. Yeah, I know. Because this is a new entry into the market. And new and more dynamic and powerful when compared with all other AI tools. It's a free one, that's one. Second is the Google AI Studio. Google AI Studio is the second one. And Notebook LM, I'll give you some inputs on Notebook LM. And Gemini Storybook, very interesting one. This Gemini Storybook is launched just 5 days before. August 5th it was launched, and already I I started working on it, and I thought, okay, I'll give some kind of promise. So these are the four things that I work on. So we'll start with Mistral. So let me. This is nothing wonder, in the sense the same AI tool like any other things. But the concept of Mistral is that normally any AI tool works on two databases, sources. One data source is its own repository. From it, like our library is there, from our library, we collect the content and all works on it. So that's a one, like ChatGPT, Gemini, all this works on their own Claude, they work on their own repository. And on the other side, AI tools like Perplexity or DeepSeek, they work on internet. They work on it only from the internet they do. Now Mistral is one AI tool which works on combination of both. In the sense, proprietary data as well as data which is available on online. Combining those two, that's a one. Second is the technology used behind, we call that as a mixture of experts. In the sense, any of the people who are in economics, Adam Smith we learn, division of the labor we learn. So what is the core idea of a division of the labor? Core idea of a division of labor. You have to do it in the process of about 10 steps is there, cut it into parts and give each one an assignment, specialized. So Mistral works on that logic. In the sense, so Mistral it works on that logic. In the sense, now whenever you ask a query to it blindly one individual is not assigned to do it.
Sir, it is
Mistral, M-I-S-T-R-A-L. Yeah, Mistral. M-I-S-T-R-A-L. Yeah, Mistral.ai, M-I-S-T-R-A-L, Mistral. How it works is, whenever you give a task to it, it split it into parts and assign it to the 10 different log algorithms inside it. And 10 different algorithms work simultaneously and combines that and gives you the answer in one go. So the speed with which you get data, that's one. Second is, it also collects all the contemporary information which is available on the net. Not only on the repository, but anything on the net, it will collect it. Now I'm using it is very simple and easy. Now, yeah. As I said, we want to, let us say, whatever that I said, the mathematical equations and all, I am very poor at mathematics and all. So it's the same thing, let me learn using an AI. Right?
మొత్తం యూట్యూబ్లో పెట్టడానికి వచ్చేదండి. ఓకే, మొత్తం మన కాలేజ్ పేరుతోనే.
So giving the basic equation. So calculate a plus b plus c whole square and whole cube. And whenever you have to go to the next line, this is normally when you give a shift key, automatically command goes. But you want to give it a sentence wise, you have to hold the shift key and enter. So A is that B equals to 4. C equals to 5. So just I'll ask this. So look at the speed with which it calculated. Once I click enter, once you click enter, you got the answer here. Calculate a plus b plus c, then cube root. I'm not sure whether this answer is right or wrong, but this is it. Next is, we give a step by step step-by-step solution. Now it is, you look at the first answer and then look at the Second answer, you have pupil children 11, so and so forth, and this. Now if you want to, what you can do is, create
స్క్రీన్ కూడా పడాలి ఇక్కడ కూర్చో
5
స్క్రీన్ పడితే
similar problems.
ఆఫ్ చేసి స్క్రీన్ పడిద్దంటే కూర్చో లేకపోతే అలా నడుచుకుంటాను
I'm asking you to just create some five problems for this, and you can also tell it the difficulty levels also. Basic difficulty, average difficulty, and high difficulty, or similar problems